Can everybody hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Steve. Welcome.
What's up, dude?
How's it going, my man? Hold on, I have to
Pretty
mute my
good.
my computer here for a second. Otherwise, I'm going to start getting feedback. So, welcome to the live stream. I decided instead of doing the car stream today, I would just go ahead and do a surprise interview, I guess. I don't even think I told you what that until you probably just saw the. Did you see the name of the stream before? Apparently I made the stream earlier, and then my phone told me it didn't work, and it worked. So
Ah,
I don't know if you.
oh, that's cool. Well, I'm happy to be here, man.
Hell yeah! I was doing some searching today through my emails and Instagrams. I couldn't figure out because we met each other in person in 2018, but we knew each other for some time, I think, before that. But I couldn't find any of the original messages from when we had spoken. I don't remember if you remembered. Um, how did we end up getting in touch originally? Did I follow you?
I can't remember actually. I think I just hit you up one time, and I was like, "Yo, I really like." I think it was on comments, and I was like, "Yo, I really like your channel. I think you're hella cool and all that and stuff." And it was when you were still doing abandoned stuff, and I'm really into that, so I just hit you up, and you were like, "Yo, coming to California? What's up?"
Yeah, it worked out quite great because you happened to be exactly where my buddy that I used to work with lived. So it was like a 20-minute drive. Well, depending on traffic, I guess, in the Bay Area. But
Yeah.
but yeah, you had been doing some probably. When did you start doing exploring videos? I mean, you kind of did like different style or different depending on. I don't know. You've done a lot of different kind of types of videos. But when did you start with the exploring stuff?
Back in early 2016, man, I was trying to do urban exploration and stuff in my area from the San Francisco Bay Area, and it was very difficult for me to try to do urbex out here because we live in an area where it's like really ghetto and stuff, and there's lots of homelessness in our city and stuff, and drugs and stuff like that. So excuse me, it was very difficult for me to be able to find places. Every place that I found was like riddled with drugs and homeless people and bad things. So, and always cops. I couldn't get away from the
Right.
police. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
My
let me.
last one, I was gonna do an exploration of the old Mervin's department store, man, and I forgot my flashlight. I walked all the way there, forgot my flashlight, came back, and there was two cops there. He took one look at my Sony camera bag, and he was like, "Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. That's too bad. Before you can even begin. But I guess that's better than afterwards. I can tell you that from experience. So.
yeah." I just
So.
wished I lived in an area where I could actually go see a real abandoned place.
I guess England and Europe is the place to be because unless there's any other crime committed, trespassing is just like they escort you off the premises and let you go. So as long as you're not like stealing, you're good to go. Which is just crazy because over here it's like they hate it. So
Yeah. And hello
oh
to everybody in the chat there.
yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Hey there, Shauna, Gary, Silent Forgotten, Darla, Brenda. Thanks everybody for joining us. It's a little bit different. I know it's not the driving stream that I was promising, but I figured this would be actually a little bit better than trying to do a dual stream with Steve while also trying to drive and do it safely. So I just figured we'll do the driving stream in a few days, and then do this tonight because I thought it'd be kind of interesting to chat a little bit with Steve and catch up, and maybe we can learn a little bit. Hey there, Wendy. Welcome. But yeah, let me know time wise. You know, I don't know how much time you got, but we'll uh, we'll go with your schedule, whatever it is. If you have to get going, just let me know.
Yeah, well, I got dinner at about 6 o'clock here. That's in a little less than an hour, so I can go over that for a little bit.
Right on. Cool. Yeah, that sounds good. I need to at some point hook my phone up so it doesn't die and have one of those eternal streams. Uh, oh, Wendy's from Cali. Uh, yeah, that's a question for you, Steve. What about the ghost towns? And have you ever thought about visiting any of those in California?
Yeah, I know there's a few. There's a few good ghost towns in California. It really sucks for me. I don't have any. I don't have a car, so I can't get around. I'm basically on foot and have to rely on public transportation, which really sucks.
Yeah, I noticed one thing when I was there is like when you're in the city, getting around places can be somewhat doable, but like it seems like in between it is like this vast wilderness. Like getting to the Bay Area was crazy. It was like through the mountains, uh, through like I don't know if it was marshlands. I was going to times. I was surrounded by water. It's interesting getting from like city to city. That's a little bit different from here.
But you enjoyed your time when you were here in California, right?
Oh yeah, I loved California. It was great. The only thing that got me was I didn't realize they stop you at the border like you're crossing into another country. I went from Nevada to California and I had to stop and the police officer was like, "Do you have any oranges or something?" It was fruit products or something like that, and I was just like, "No," and they're like, "Okay, fine," and they didn't search me or anything, but it was kind of
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. I've never experienced that myself. That's kind of weird. Yeah,
Yeah, toll road going from Nevada to California. They stopped. They were stopping. I think everybody, but they didn't like. I didn't see anybody getting searched. But I don't know. Maybe it was like an outbreak of some sort of you know foodborne something. I don't know. You never know. But
where
it was
exactly was that at? Was that in like Lake Tahoe, Reno, Nevada area?
crossing over right after Reno.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I've
right
been
on
up
the
there.
80/90 or the 80 toll road, I guess it is over there. 'Cause 90 leaves after Chicago, but um, yeah, yeah, and it had almost it was almost looked like a border crossing too because it had the big over the road sign saying "Welcome to California," and then they were by the time I got there it was probably like 2 a.m. maybe, uh, and
Oh
they were
yeah, they were
flagging
checking
people down.
you.
Yeah, they were
They
flagging
were
people
checking you.
down.
Little white dude in a blue car. Yeah, we got to get him.
They did it in Vegas too. They immediately pulled me over in Vegas, claimed I was swerving, and I wasn't swerving at all. And he said I didn't use
Oh,
my turn signal, and then like asked me all kinds of questions, and then tried to like get me caught up like I was lying. He's like, I handed him my driver's license, and then he's like, "So where are you coming from?" I was like, "From California. I was visiting my friend in San Francisco," and he looks at my driver's license and goes, "So you're from California?" I was like, "No, you're holding my driver's license. I'm from Indiana. Like, I'm traveling through California." But I think Xavier, the guy that I worked with in Vegas, said that they were doing the old trying to find things stashed in the trunk type deal. So
I
I'm
hate it when
guessing
cops
that's
do that. Try to get you caught up.
yeah. They're not supposed to really do some of that stuff. I don't think I really had to tell him half the things that I told him, but it was like I just wanted to leave. So
I just let them. If I ever get pulled over, I just let them do whatever they want to do. Because I'm not a person who does crime, so I really ain't got nothing to worry about. You want to see my ID? Fine. You want to pull me over? Pull me out. Check it. Do it.
yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I think the one time I what I did was I knew that they were going to pull me over for some no, because I was sitting in a Walgreens parking lot and then I saw this cop come over and sit way down, and I was like, well, that's kind of weird, and I just had this feeling he was watching me for some reason. I was like, well, maybe it was late at night, and I'm like, well, maybe the Walgreens called the police or something and thought I was suspicious looking. I pulled out of the parking lot. I decided to go a creative way home and pull through another edition, and I saw him coming, and I was like, "Well, I'm going to pull in this edition far enough that if he really wants to make it happen, he's going to have to light up all these houses and wake everybody up at like 1 in the morning. It's like if you really want to pull me over, you're going to have to pay the price to do it." Like, so, and he did, but yeah, he was making basically an illegal stop to tell me that the Walgreens, some other Walgreens in our city had been robbed recently, and that was the reason that he could pull me over, which is completely illegal. But I mean, whatever. It was it was just kind of funny at that point. It's like whatever. You woke up the neighborhood, bro. So yeah. Meanwhile, the real criminals are off the hook. Yeah, most of them are in corporate offices, probably. So Mount St.
Yeah,
Joseph
Matt.
Cemetery.
Yep, he got a lot of views on that video.
Yeah, the whole California series did really well. I've been surprised at how much even it is still climbing. As far as I know, I still see video or excuse me, comments rolling in every now and then. Not as much as it used to, but like it keeps going and going and going. That was a really neat one. I mean, all those places out there were neat though. But
That's cool, man. I
yeah,
wish I still had my channel.
well, one of these days we'll see the reunion or maybe something new will pop into mind. But yeah, I miss the Big Steve channel too. I miss watching all that, and I occasionally join the
Yeah, it
lives.
just got too crazy. Just got too crazy with trolls.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part.
Somebody was following me. That's a very bad person. Still following me, but
Yeah. Well, it's unfortunate when you get caught up in stuff like that, and it really does ruin an experience when you're just trying to sit down, have fun, chat with some people, just like this here. It's like you start fighting it, and then some people just make it their whole business, to take you down, and I think it's crazy. Thank you, Darla, Wendy, Silent. Yeah,
I
I
really
agree.
wish,
I think that's how it goes. But yeah,
I really wish that I saved my videos.
yeah, yeah. If we could somehow figure out a way to get those back,
It's
but
been it's been about a year now. It's been long since deleted. I don't think that's a possibility.
well, unless you got them on a hard drive somewhere, yeah. I know the lives would be harder just because
Yeah,
they don't really exist on any. Unless you hit the download button, it won't actually allow you to save it locally. So, and
yep. All my videos gone. Over 1,000 subscribers. I had like 3,000 videos.
well, I think eventually here we can, if you ever decide to get back going, we can get you started again, get the gears turning. You know, I know a lot of people here would support you and be willing to see Big Steve rising from the ashes and coming back to do something.
I'd like to. I just got to make sure to stay away from the people that I know that would attempt to attack me again.
Yeah, no, I feel you there. It's
My Wendy, my channel used to be called Big Steve Entertainment.
I don't know why my it is still playing the audio despite being muted. This is crazy. All right, sorry. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted. My computer is acting strange over here. Let me see if I can. I can. Oh, you know what? I know where it's coming from. I thought it was coming from my computer. My headphones. eh, There we go. Problem fixed. Okay. I
This
have
is
too
pretty
many
cool. This new
audios.
feature with YouTube, though.
Yeah, I think they kind of felt like what was that service that you use? I think they probably wanted to take some of that business for
StreamYard.
themselves. Yeah, StreamYard. They probably saw that and they were like, "Well, we've got to make our own." And that's the way it works. It seems like you can't make anything before the big people kind of just copy it and do their own thing. Silent Forgotten. That's awesome. Congratulations on the subs. 293 videos. That's working. Yeah, that's crazy.
I have to check your channel out there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, everybody should. Um, yeah. Shoot, I don't even know how many videos I that's coming up on. I think I have 600 some. So like that's coming up on me, and I've been doing it a while. So that's congratulations. Some of my older stuff I think got deleted, but like not a whole lot. So
Yeah, I had more live streams on my channel than actual videos. My live streams were the talk of the town, boy, at one time.
yeah, you got a lot of people coming in and joining. You really had some panels there with like, I mean, at least sometimes 4 people. I don't even. It goes up to more. I think. I thought I saw you had more than that before, but
Yeah, I used to
I
have
really
like 6, 7 people at a time on panel and have wild, wild panels, man.
thank you, Silent. Thank you, Wendy. Yeah, you really did pretty well at being at the being the host. I think it'd be interesting to for you to do some sort of podcast again like that or live stream kind of situation. But yeah,
Yeah, so on this channel that I got now, it's Big Steven with a smiley face and crooked eyes. Um, I only got like 40 subs on there now, so it's not even enough to do live streams yet.
oh yeah, I forgot. I keep forgetting it, since it's been so long since I started the second channel how they kind of gradually let you do things and yeah, it's kind of limiting because it's like, well, if I could do this, maybe I could do it real well, and then get some people. But it's like, well, no, until this point, you can't really do that. It's like it's dumb. It's like I think I don't know if they still do it. I remember when I first started, I couldn't release videos longer than 5 minutes for it was either up to a certain amount of videos or a certain amount of views or something. And I always thought that was ridiculous too. I was like, well, what if you're a long form documentarian? And it's like, well, I've got an hour and a half documentary. How am I supposed to get started on YouTube with 5 minutes worth of time? It's like, well, there's a trailer, like hope that you watch, I'll be back later when they allow me to actually upload the whole thing. So it's quite the barrier, I think, sometimes. And yeah, especially nowadays. But so, any other updates? Anything that people should know about, or any life news you want to share?
Well,
Anything
not
like that?
much. Kind of had some health issues and stuff, but I'm trying to work on that.
And as always, I think obviously I can get tips here and things like that. And I think it's kind of unfair you coming on the stream and not being able to. Is there any PayPal links or Cash App links in case somebody wants to send you a tip or whatever? Anything like that you want to shout out? And feel free.
Yeah, I have a PayPal. It's too bad you can't chat into this thing, though.
Oh, I might be able to do. Um, hold on. Let me see real quick here. Let's see. PayPal.me. Is it okay if I say your last name, or do you want me to not say it?
Uh, no, no,
Prefer
not the
not.
last name.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know with PayPal.
I think it's paypal.me/Big Steve ENT.
Okay. Let me see if that works. Okay. Hold on. Let's start over here. PayPal. Slash. You said just Big Steve ENT.
Yep.
All right. Let's see if that works. Kind of. It it does, but it's gonna give that information. Uh.
I mean, it really don't matter. Everybody knows my friggin' name on YouTube, anyways. At least the trolls do.
All right. Well, hold on then. We'll go ahead and copy it over then. What in the world is it trying to do? Okay. Sometimes I wonder. Slash big CN. I should have done this before the stream, and I could have had it in the description. And I tried to, and then I forgot about the .me links. So okay. So if anybody would like to send any tips tonight, yeah, don't send them to me. Let's send them on through to Steve. That has helped the channel out so much. And where in the world is the stream? Why is it doing this to me? Okay, sorry. I have to go back and rejoin the stream real quick on my other computer. Sorry for those people staring at the side of my head. Okay, let me. So all right, when we what? Explain to me again. So we visited the let's see the grave of the founder of Hayward. Is that right? Sorry, I'm
Yep,
trying
William
to.
Hayward.
Which was a very interesting place, and that's known as what? There's a what's the is the park up at the top like the little? That's the one with the like little. We went up the hill and then it goes around and then there's the big plaque and it's like a park area, isn't it? Or like a how would you explain that? Um,
I think it was that one where we saw Hayward at. That was Lone Tree Cemetery.
was that okay?
Yeah,
Maybe I'm getting two different ones mixed up. Was uh was it
yeah. The one we went up that steep ass hill, and I told you to pull over, and we went down and crawled through the fence. That was Mount St. Joseph's.
and that's was that the one with the founder of Hayward or the other one?
No, Hayward is at Lone Tree.
Okay, and the other one has the sort of like millionaire mausoleums and yeah, which was an interesting one. I really liked that one too. It was interesting seeing on the other one, the Mount St. Joseph was the earthquake damage that was so crazy that it just seems so odd to do it in a way like that where there could be earthquake damage. You would have thought back in the day they would have like done something different, like above ground or something that would have been more less prone to like huge fissures in the rocks and things like that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I need to go to my channel. Oh, that's why. All right, here we go. All right, there's Steve's PayPal link there. If anybody wants to send any, uh, instead of sending whatever they're called, super chats. That's right. I couldn't think for a minute. Instead of super chats, send it on through to Steve, uh, and we can say thanks for all the great things that Steve's done for the channel, the amazing locations that ended up really being some of the top videos on my channel, and just some incredible history that Steve was able to teach all of us really, and it was crazy how much you could just rattle off from memory and just uh, I really thought to myself, when I left, I was like, how is he not a tour guide or something, of some sort that I mean, the level of knowledge was something I could imagine, like somebody walking me downtown and saying, this building here, and it's crazy. And I think that's, I mean, awesome. I hope that maybe even something like that can pay off for you one of these days. Because, like, I mean, I don't know how you memorize as much as you do. I can never. Any of my research is usually right before I do it, just so I don't forget it, or I'll reflect on it right before I film, just so I get everything right. And like, I mean, you could lead me around the whole place and show me different things, and it was incredibly impressive. Hey there, Kathy.
Oh, that's right.
So,
Hey, there's Mama Kathy. That's one of my good friends.
oh, awesome. Well, it's good that she's able to join the stream tonight with us. I don't know exactly how it all works, as if it notifies your people too, or uh, this is the first time I've
It
like really
might.
ever that I've done anything like this, so I have no idea what I'm doing. I even have buttons and controls here I'm afraid to push. Um, yeah,
You got one of those soundboard things and all that.
I do on my computer. I have it hooked up to the phone right now. I can show you the. Hold on. I got the M Audio. Oh, I should probably not dox all my phone numbers up on the screen. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's dusty as hell, just like my computer. But I got the little Mac Mini here, and then yeah, an interesting setup that it
I
desperately
like
needs to
your
be
desk.
cleaned. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I've had this one for. Hold on, I gotta switch back. All right, that way it doesn't dox your phone number. So, but yeah, this is the fun one that I got a long time ago that goes up and down.
I'm watching Dr. Katz, the professional therapist. You ever seen that show?
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that back in the day. Yeah, that one's been around for a while. I think that was
It's
on.
pretty funny, man.
Didn't that originally air on MTV with like Darla and all
Yep, and
that?
Comedy Central.
Oh, was it Comedy Central? I always get I always watched Adult Swim back in the day, and then I watched a few things way back in the day that aired on MTV. The little oh shoot, there's a little stink bug that just flew into my room. Uh, well, we're dealing with insects,
Well, they'll
unfortunately.
like your room, all those plants in there.
Yeah, they're leaf eaters. They'll chew on them. I occasionally find little streaks on my leaves that I know that they've been eaten, but I mean, what are you
It's
gonna
a
do?
jungle in there, man. You probably got little frogs in there and shit, huh?
No frogs currently. Snails, but those are in a tank, and those are supposed to be there. So, uh, but yeah, I'd
He's a
like to get some.
horticulturist.
I'm trying. I'm a amateur. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I should have
Gesundheit.
muted. Thank you. Thank you, Silent. Yeah. Um, I've been working on it for years and years now. Excuse me.
You
Wow.
got any Venus flytraps?
No, but I do have another one. Hold on. This is actually native to California. This is a Sansevieria, I think, pitcher plant, and it doesn't need to close it. The bugs fall down into the little pitcher and get stuck, and so it can eat
That's
like
cool.
crazy amounts of bugs. and then it just lives. I just fill it up with water, but it grows the exact same way as Venus flytraps, but they're more prevalent around the U.S. But the Venus flytraps do grow like naturally, I guess, in South Carolina though. So it's kind of interesting. But yeah, I guess these guys grow up near you a lot. So yeah, it's a fun one. I've never shined a light through to see how many bugs it's gotten, but um, I did bring a plant home the other day that was new and it had a fungus gnat kind of problem. And once I got the pitcher plant, it kind of went away within a few days because they have like a little bit of nectar over at the top of the pitcher, and it attracts the bugs in, and then they just fall in and into like acid essentially. So it's kind of a
Yeah,
gnarly plant, but it doesn't move like the Venus flytrap, so it's not quite as fun in that way. But
I love those Venus flytraps. That's an awesome plant.
oh yeah, they're really neat. I used to have some back in the day, but I was kind of more new at plants, and I
Oh,
killed them
oh,
pretty
get
quickly.
get out of my head, Brenda.
Well,
She's referencing the Little Shop of Horrors there. Feed me, Seymour.
oh yes, yeah, yeah. I saw that pop up not too long ago. I think it was on my Prime feed. Had completely forgotten that that movie existed, even. And I think I looked up. I just searched for plants or something because I was looking for like garden documentaries or things like that. And of course, it popped up Little Shop of Horrors, and I was like, wow, that had not entered my head in like a decade. But yeah, yeah,
That's
that's
a
a
great
funny one.
movie there. One of my favorite actors, Rick Moranis.
Yeah, yeah, I really
He
love it.
left Hollywood too.
He left, really.
Yeah, he left Hollywood pretty much to, raise his family and see his kids off to school and stuff like that. And, that took about 30, 35, almost 40 years now. So he's pretty much an old man now, just kind of chilling.
Hey, I mean, why not? I always wondered sometimes why more rich people just don't take their money and run instead of trying to accumulate $100 million. It's like if I got the $10 million, I'm retiring. Like I'm not working again, or just enough to have fun with what I'm doing, and I'm not gonna make any money doing it because I don't care. But yeah, I think that's more power to people like that who kind of do it for a while and then check out and live life. You know. So yeah, that's cool. But yeah, there's a few people like that. They got their bank early and just kind of said like, "I'm done." But I guess I'd have to
Not me.
be there to know that feeling. But
Oh, Silent Forgotten. You're Canadian, eh? Fuck.
oh yeah, yeah. You never know. There's a lot of crazy. Well, not crazy, but really famous. What we thought is sometimes American actors that are or musicians or whatever that come from Canada, especially Toronto. Was it Drake from Toronto too? Drake and his
I don't even know who
Degrassi
that dude
accent.
is.
I remember from Degrassi High when that first came out, and then they were like, "Yeah, that's Drake," and I was like, "Oh." I like didn't even put the two together because I never really listened
Oh
to Drake
yeah,
that much, but and it's somebody.
Darla. Steve Martin as the dentist. That was hilarious.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that too.
When he starts inhaling the gas, he's like,
Hold on, I gotta grab my battery. You can continue talking.
Oh yeah, we're gonna send her into the ketchup, eh? Silent, forgotten.
Okay, just so my phone doesn't
Got your power
randomly die.
bank
But
there.
yeah, well, it's got
I just
14%
got this
on it.
one from. I just got this one. It cost me $15.
That's an interesting looking one. I like the color.
It's
How
made
many?
by Swiss brand, you know.
Oh heck yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, like the look.
Like,
Yeah, it kind of looks like that army knife color.
yeah, Swiss Army. It's made by Swiss brand.
That's cool.
Why is it backwards?
I have no idea. That's wait. I wonder if it's backwards on mine. Let me hold up my GoPro and see if it's. Yeah, it's backwards. Yeah, it must be the iPhone thing that they're.
Look
Huh.
at that OG. Oh, you got a Hero 4? That's an OG right there.
Yeah, I have somewhere the original too. I just have a plain GoPro. Uh, I think the GoPro original works, and then this one doesn't work because the SD cards. Well, it works, but I can't put an SD card in it currently. So I'd have to do HDMI to something else.
I still got my camera, the one that I started my channel with.
Yeah, I still see people rolling around with those. They're good for what they do. I mean, it's full 1080p, isn't it? Or is it 720?
This one's 720.
Okay. Whoa, the video just cut out for a second. But yeah, I remember that one when we went out.
Still working.
Yeah, pretty good brand. I haven't had too many gripes with Sony over the years. They make some good products, but only thing I hated from Sony was back in the day with computers because they were kind of assholes because they would every computer had certain types of memory, but they had proprietary memory, so you had to buy Sony memory to upgrade your memory with Sony. So I always got pissed, and then several times I used to work on computers at the retail store, and before we really knew that every single model had that, of course we'd sell people memory and then say we'd install it for them, and you open up the computer, and then it's like, oh well, you're gonna have to order memory from Sony, and then we can do it after they send it in the mail in a couple weeks. Like, and it was. Other than that, though, I'm a big fan of Sony cameras. They make some amazing ones. Who's this?
That's my smoke.
Is this a new one?
He just got done biting my feet.
Oh, really? It must have. It must have exerted some energy. You still there? Your camera froze. Oh, there we go. For a second there, yeah. What happened? It just kind of froze, and then I was the only
Was
thing
that me?
visible. I don't think so. I don't know how it would be you. I can't figure out what happened. Unless
And the
maybe your
timer
internet.
reset too.
Huh. That was weird. Yeah, it froze right on your cat, and then it acted like you were gone, and it zoomed in on me, and then all of a sudden you're back. But it was a black screen for like 5 seconds, so very odd. I have no idea.
Twilight Zone, man.
Jim Carrey is Canadian. Yes. Trying to think. I don't know. Justin Trudeau's Canadian. There we go.
Yeah,
I'm just. That's.
Canada has got some crazy laws up there.
Do they? I've been to Canada a few times. Uh,
I'd
I've
like to
never had to
visit it,
deal.
but I heard that the laws up there are really shitty, and like you can get any drug you want. Like,
Oh, really? I have no idea. Shoot. I think the only time I went there, I went to the casino town in Windsor, uh, and we would just run around and go to different bars. Or I think some of people went to the casino, but then we had a little street racing kind of club or whatever, and I think the final time they pulled my buddy over and thought that he was bringing something into the country illegally, and so they stripped his entire car down, took the seats out. I mean, took the sideboards out. Everything.
Always remember, you got to leave your dope at the border before you cross.
Yeah, but he did. He had nothing on him. He just got singled out. They were just like, "You get out." So I don't know what they. Maybe it was the loud exhaust, and they just wanted to ruin his night. I think, but it was probably like 2 in the morning, and we were coming back, and yeah.
You ever seen that TV show, The Trailer Park Boys?
Oh yeah, yeah. I've seen. I think most of it. I don't. There might be a few episodes that I've missed, but yeah, that was a pretty good one.
Yeah, that's my favorite show to ever come out of Canada.
That's way up there too. That Newfoundland, I think, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
they're always saying Newfies on that show. So I think that. Well, maybe I didn't hear that from there. I thought maybe it must be because I don't watch much content from Newfoundland. So
Ooh, pardon me.
it's all good. But yeah, I would love to. I think that would be a fun one. I always wanted to do a Canadian road trip. I think that would be a fun one to go up there and actually be able to see the real trailer park that it's filmed in, which to my knowledge
Yeah,
still
the one
exists.
they actually filmed in. There was actually a bunch of them they filmed in, but for the very last seasons that they did under the original director, they filmed it at an abandoned mental hospital. And what they did is they put up a bunch of green screens and surrounded the place in a bunch of trailers and essentially created their own little miniature trailer park in there. And they went all out with that stuff too. They got trailers donated to them, and they completely dressed them up, put furniture in them, all kinds of stuff in them, and they actually made a real trailer park in there.
That's crazy. That's that's amazing though. I mean, I guess after all that time, they probably had a budget. So
Yeah, they had a really low budget though. I was watching this documentary about that show, and they didn't really pay. They had lots of money troubles with the actors and stuff. There was not a lot of money going around. They used the bare essentials to film that show.
I mean, heck, it might be the best way to
Yep,
do it though. Just take the profit, like do it
yep. They
the
were
best you
walking around with
can.
hand cams and stuff filming that show. Well, expensive
Work.
cameras, of course, but in a boom and
Right.
stuff, they had that boom that goes over the head.
Yeah, I love low budget productions like that. It's low budget but high quality type stuff is really I think some of the neatest. What was that other one? Workaholics was another one that was real low budget, uh, for a while at least. They know I don't know if you've seen that one ever, but they filmed that I think out of their own home until the studio bought their home and then continued to film from it. I believe that's how it worked. But yeah, it's neat to see stuff like that. Wendy with British Columbia. I've never been to British Columbia. I've been to Ontario a handful of times, including one on a train ride, like 8 hours into Ontario to see like a bunch of like waterfalls and stuff years and years and years ago, and it was really neat. Uh, yeah, that was Mr. Leahy. Sadly, yeah, passed away. I had heard that. That is unfortunate. Yeah, he was a really really talented actor.
Yeah, he was my favorite one of the whole show, and he was like the most hated one, Of course, like Jim Leahy, but I think he was the best one out of all of them because, for one, he could play a really good alcoholic. Okay, like he had it spot on, dude. He was hilarious with it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I thought it was. I mean, just genius. His whole portrayal. Um, yeah, I absolutely loved it. Yeah, there was no way. I mean, obviously his character is supposed to kind of be that kind of the villain of the series or whatever. But I mean, it's just enjoyable to watch. Though I thought so.
I'll tell you what, Randy. I'm getting drunk tonight, big time.
And then what was his name that did the rap? Uh, um, oh
J
God, I
Rock.
can't. Yeah, J Rock. I couldn't think of it for a second.
J Rock, baby. J Rock.
It was just hilarious to watch him in interviews because he's just nothing at all like that. He's just like this average guy that wouldn't even think listens to rap maybe if you were to hear him. And then like he's so. I mean, he just does that a heck of a performance in that.
Yeah, that's Jonathan Torrens is his name.
Torin, did you say? Yeah, kind of. The audio went weird there for a second.
Yeah, that's my nice internet that I got.
Oh yeah. Well, I tell you what, the signal around here. Well, it's on Wi-Fi obviously, but like it cuts out. That little router that they send with it is so terrible. I need to get a new one myself. It's half the time I think some of the streams, the problems that I have is with the internet around. But
What provider do you have?
I'm with Frontier right now. Uh, they're about the best you can do around here. Uh,
I have AT&T.
oh, really? Yeah. See, I couldn't get AT&T around here. I've never tried that though, so I can't say that it's not the best. I think the worst for me is Xfinity because they straight up lied to me. Uh,
Yeah, I
they
don't mess with
signed me up.
Xfinity.
Yeah, they signed me up, and then they were like, "Okay, it's gonna be like $39-40 a month," and I got an email like a couple weeks in. They're like, "Oh yeah, you crossed the 1 terabyte data threshold, and now we upgraded you to our premium service for $79 a month." And I was like, "You didn't tell me that it wasn't unlimited when I signed up. How should I have known?" And then I called them up and complained, and they told me over the phone. The manager said, "Well, there's no such thing as unlimited internet. Nobody in your area actually offers that." And I was like, "That's complete bullshit. I was signed up for Frontier before and I already had unlimited internet." And I was like, I was like, that's not even possible. I was like, the only reason I switched to you because it was the deal was better." And they're like, "Oh, uh, okay." And then they refunded me like some of the money, and I just canceled my service immediately. It was yeah. So
Yeah, they charged me hella money too, and when I canceled the service, they tried to charge me all that disconnection bullshit fee, and then I didn't return their stupid set top box, and they charged me $500 for it. I called them. I said, "Man, screw you guys, man," and they screwed up my credit over it too.
it's great, and this funny part is by the time with all those little fees like the rental fee, you've paid for that modem like 5 times over by the time you have a few years of service. So it's crazy. But I noticed that fee disappeared off the bill, so I think some people got uh, pissed about that, and yeah. So now in my Frontier bill, it doesn't say modem rental at all. The modem is free, and yeah, but they're not that great either. I remember that they were charging like $90 a month for like a service. They kept upping the fee and upping the fee and upping the fee, and when we called, they were like, "Oh, well, if you had called, we could have told you that we could have dropped your bill down to like $35 a month, because we don't even offer your package anymore." And it's just like, I could have called you. Why did you continue to raise my price up to $90 for a fee that for something that doesn't exist? It's like that's the most uh, shady practice I've ever heard of. Like that's crazy.
That's right.
But yeah, yeah, they
AT&T Internet Air is completely wireless. You just plug your base station into the wall and you get your internet. And I only pay $60.89 per month, and I've never had any troubles with it. I get pretty good download speeds. It's like probably about 24 megabytes per second, So that's fine with me. I mean, I don't do anything that requires a fast internet. I don't
Right.
game like that.
Agreed,
So
Kathy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't really do any gaming. I just TV's the main thing.
yeah, and I don't even watch TV either. YouTube is my TV.
Yeah. Uh, that's pretty much what I do. My TV has uh, Prime, regular YouTube, and then any number of free services. Like I have like Tubi and things like that. But like,
And when I actually sit down to a television and watch television, I cannot find anything to watch, anything interesting.
oh yeah, no, I always thought that traditional cable and all that was just like a rip off, and then there's nothing on
Totally.
broadcast television, and like, yeah, it's like I don't understand how like people nowadays. I mean, again, if you have your favorite show, I'm not knocking anybody, but like I just look at some of this stuff and I'm like, how does everybody not just give up on this and just watch YouTube? It's like even the quality of shows is better. Like there's YouTubers out there making better content than these sitcoms, and it's like I'd rather watch that. Like, but I don't get where they get. I guess they just exist off of ad money, and I don't know. I have no clue. But I think more and more that even shows like that are relying on YouTube. You see, even like these shows like The Office and whatnot are still releasing like clips on their YouTube channel of different seasons and series and different things. So I think they understand the competition too. But yeah, it's crazy. Um, sorry, there's something I'm forgetting. I swear.
I'm always forgetting something.
Oh yeah, I get five things on my mind at once, and then I get turned around. But
That's ADD,
oh yeah,
attention deficit disorder.
it's great when you want to be a content creator, though. It's like some of that. It's like you have a little bit of and it keeps you creative, I
I
guess.
am proudly an attention
Yeah,
deficit
agreed, Seth.
disorder
Yeah,
person.
Tubi's fun. Yeah, uh, yeah. I think there's something with it and being. I think a lot of creative types have some sort of mental something. I know I can say for myself for sure. You know, it's like something about being good at creating means that you're like mentally somehow unwell in another area at a lot of, and not everyone, but I think there's a trend though.
That's right.
I had the Bobcat fires equipment burned. Wow. Sorry to hear about that, Wendy. That's insane.
Yeah, that Starlink though. That Starlink is supposed to work anywhere in the world.
Oh
You
yeah.
could be in the middle of the damn. You could be in the middle of the damn desert or the Amazon rainforest and still get internet.
Yeah, I want to try it, honestly, or at least something like it, because I think that'd be really cool to do like highly remote live streams in like
But do you
places
want to
where,
give Elon Musk your money?
well, not really, no. Uh, not, I'm not the biggest fan of Elon. I like some of his projects, but like,
I think Elon Musk needs to get the hell out of politics though.
yeah. Oh, I think he froze. You're moving on. Okay, no, I got you back. But yeah, yeah, I would like to see. I think there's too many, in my opinion, of these rich people opening so many different. businesses. It's like I want to see that. I like the businesses. I want to see that shit broke up. Like, you know, like you don't need 18 businesses and $300 billion. Like break that shit up, give it to some other people, and let regular people profit for once. Like, yeah, I don't. But I mean, the SpaceX stuff, the Starlink stuff, it's neat. The whatever is little bio mental or the Neuralink. That's right. That's it's neat. I think it presents some interesting solutions to different problems. But yeah, as far as the man, I'm not a fan of any billionaires or many politicians. So I'll say
Yeah,
that much. I don't think there was much choice at all in any recent elections. And yeah, yeah, I don't like rich people getting involved in politics, thinking that they're the answer from either side. I think that's kind of, if you think you're rich and you're smart, then you're probably not that smart. So, you know, like, congratulations to Elon for selling PayPal when he was like 22 years old and making like umpteen $1 million. Like, you're really smart for making one program and getting rich. And then, you know, I'll give him whatever due is given, but
Justin Trudeau. Yeah, right.
hey, I'm not a Canadian, so I won't make. I don't know much about him. I know that, yeah, I've seen a few bad videos and different things, but yeah, I'll leave it to the Canadians to judge. But I like Canada when I've been there. It's always been fun. I've always met nice people when I was in Canada. I never had any issues, and I love Canadian people. I don't really. I mean, what can you say anymore? But yeah, I don't know anything about it. It's 6. Oh
Yep.
yeah, Steve, do you have to leave? We need to go.
Yeah, I got to go take my nightly medicine and stuff and have some dinner.
Well, heck yeah, man. Oh, before you go, that was one thing I forgetting. I was gonna. How did the Thanksgiving dinner go?
Yeah, it was great, man. Mom had a good time and all that. We ate some turkey and all the fixins.
Excellent. Well, that's good to hear, man. Yeah, I think I'll just go ahead and wrap up now too, because it's been going for about an hour, and then we'll do the car stream the next time we're on. So big thanks to Big Steve, my friend from California, that really helped out the channel, and I hope you have a good night yourself. I'll go ahead and post your link here for PayPal if anybody again wants to send a tip Steve's way. He's done so much for the channel, and he deserves anything, everything. He deserves part of the credit for the 539 being as popular as it is. So thank you everyone for joining. Thank you, Darla. Thank you, Wendy. Silent Forgotten, Brenda. I don't know if there's anybody. Kathy. I'm trying to scroll here. Pamela, if anybody I'm missing, I apologize. And yeah, we'll go ahead and end it here. Thank you so much, Steve, for joining us. Appreciate it, man. It was fun.
Thank you, Matt. Everybody have a nice night.
Yep, let's do it again, man. See you later.
Right on. We will later.